This is the exact client acquisition system I used to book 264 sales calls in 1 month for my coaching company. This was mainly inbound. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did, literally like exact examples of the content that I used to go viral, how do I basically get the inbound DMs in the first place and convert them into calls on the calendar. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Jack Bly. I've built a fitness coaching company to a little bit over 100K a month, and now I'm sharing what has worked best for me. So we're gonna jump into my laptop right here. So I will see you in just a second. Okay, now we're inside my laptop. Let's go over the exact process, and here's like a little GIF. This is like the visual of the 264 calls books. You can see like a bunch of events here. But anyways, here's the process. Number one, we want viral content. All right, the main driver of inbound leads is going to be content. And of course, if we want a lot of inbound leads, we want to go as viral as humanly possible. Also go viral to the right audience. All right, so what are the big things that make content go viral? Here's the big principles. Number one, the topics that you write about, they need to be validated by your market, all right, the market that your client, is in. All right, so what I recommend you do is begin creating a swipe file of already viral content. You see other creators or influencers or coaches creating. If you see it go ultra viral, like add this to a swipe file, and you'll start to accumulate like more and more viral content in the swipe file. And so when you look at this, you'll see, okay, I see like this topic goes viral a lot. I see this topic goes viral a lot. And you'll start to learn exactly like what your market really likes to consume, what type of content they really resonate with, or at least gets them talking. All right, that's what you really want to pay attention to. Number one is those viral topics, or those topics that are validated by the market. Because that's the topics that you're going to want to write about, of course. And then number two, the other thing is hot buttons. So hot buttons are just kind of similar, but this can be like embedded within the topic. So let me just show you. I'll start to show you examples of like what this looks like. So let me pull up this example. Is the old thread I wrote. The modern diet has killed your gut health. Use these 10 tips to fix your gut. And I have this picture of this crazy gut. And so this is the thread. So the biggest thing for this was really like the topic number one. I noticed gut health was something that went viral consistently. So I wrote, this long form content about it. All right, and then as far as hot buttons, let me try and find an example here. So this could be an example right here of antibiotics. Avoid antibiotics when possible. So antibiotics is like a pretty common thing that doctors can prescribe. So this right here, talking about antibiotics, how this can, kill good bacteria in your gut, how they can actually be detrimental to parts of your health. All right, and so some people would comment on this like, oh, like antibiotics, no, like my doctor prescribes this to me, and they would, make up all their crap. Another one could be artificial sweeteners. Some people are like absolute health nuts. They're like, you can't have them ever, blah, blah, blah. And I talk about the 80-20 rule, and they're like, no, that's wrong. You're poisoning yourself. Let me see if I can find another example here. This one, for example, like telling people it's okay to drink red wine or dark chocolate. This is something that can get people talking like, why you telling people to drink alcohol, like blah, blah, blah. And so we can embed these like hot buttons that are basically engagement drivers. Are things that will get people talking on both sides. Some people could support you, some people could be against you. But that's kind of what that looks like right there. Let me see. I'm going to pull up another example right here, so if I can make it more concrete for you. So 7 steps to unfuke your testosterone. So let's see what we have here. If there's anything that's a really good engagement driver. Dun, 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 dun. All right, this is all pretty basic right here. Yes, there's not too much like crazy engagement drivers in this. Really, like the big thing was the headline. All right, this headline's killer. It's very simple. It's very clear like what the outcome of reading this is going to be. It was on this hot button, this trending market validated topic of testosterone. All right, so that's the topic right there. Killer headline. And then also this picture is a huge pattern interrupt. All right, so this is another principle you can focus on is pattern interrupts. So pattern interrupts is anything that interrupts someone's normal pattern. So think when they're scrolling on social media, scrolling, and then something really weird or unique pops up. So like this picture. I've used this picture so many times in old content because it's just like a huge pattern interrupt. Like, what the heck? There's dudes in like these ice tubs, like in this river. Like, what in the world is it? It looks really cool. It looks like interesting. And so you stop scrolling. And so you combine that with a a validated topic of testosterone with this really short, punchy headline that's really enticing equals, 35,000 likes and this got, millions and millions of views. All right. That's what makes you a viral right there. So those are big principles to keep in mind. Let me pull up the last example here. And yeah, I mentioned headline is number one here. So I'll hit on that more. The headline is really like, there's this quote by a really famous advertiser. He's like one of the best in the business. He says something along the lines of, once you write your headline, you spend 80 cents of your marketing dollar. Basically what that means is your headline is, 80% of everything. The reason for that is like attention. Attention is the first thing you need. If you don't grab the attention of your target client in the first place, they're not getting to the bottom. They're not reading this at all. They're just going to keep on scrolling. So the attention is the first thing you need to capture. All right, the more attention that you capture, the more people will flood down to this call to action, this inbound, and become inbound leads. So attention is like the biggest thing you need to focus on. All right, that's why literally spend the most amount of your time of curating the best topics with the best headlines possible, with the best pattern interrupt pictures. Notice how I use this picture again. All right, that's another thing. Like when you find winners, reuse your winners. It can be the same pictures, it can be the same topics, it can be similar headline structures, it can be similar hot buttons. So cold showers, example of like this kind of like trending topic, all right, that people are talking about. And so there's people here that, would comment on this of like, oh, cold showers are amazing. I experienced it, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll be like, no, like this is a waste of time. This is weird. This is stupid. And so it just gets people talking. All right. So those are examples of viral content right there. And the second thing, of course, we're trying to drive inbound leads. We're not just doing this to go viral. I don't know about you, but I don't care about being famous. I don't care about just getting views for, vanity's sake. I want to make money. I want to build my business. So in your viral content, basically, you're going to embed a call to action to DM you. All right, so basically, you're going to call out your avatar. You're going to have called like the exact dream outcome they want, and then give them a simple and clear call to action. So something super basic that looks like this. I'm looking for 3. You insert your avatar. So whatever your avatar is, call them out that want this dream outcome. DM me this keyword for details. All right, so I'll show you what this looks like. So right here, PS, I'm looking for anyone who want a lean body, high confidence, healthy testosterone. 2.5 hours required per week. DM me body. I'll get you all the details. Click below to DM me body. All right. So we have the avatar. The avatar is just men here. And then we have the dream outcomes. Dream outcomes, lean body, high confidence, healthy testosterone. So this, like, you can test these different things. All right. So when you run a lot of these, you'll start to see, okay, this specific call to action got me a lot of leads, like way more than this other one. So you can start to test different elements. That could be your avatar call out. It could be the dream outcome that you use here, and it could also be the call to action. Call to action is pretty simple though. You just want to make this super simple and clear. So for example, when you're driving inbound leads on social media, tell them to DM you this exact keyword. All right, this makes it super simple because they don't have to think, especially when you have this button here. They click this button and then they like just type in a simple 4-letter word. You don't want them to have to think of, oh, what should I tell him or what should I message? Literally give them the exact instructions so there's no guesswork. All right, let me see other examples here. This might be the same call to action. Yeah, so same call to action I use right there. So if I use something different here. Yeah, so this one, right now I'm looking for 5 men who want to lose 15 to 40 pounds in 90 days. And if you're okay to miss 2.5 hours a week, you can do this and then DM me this keyword. Also has some proof of results under it, so some pictures. Notice how I'm using this proof. This helps drive more inbound leads. All right, whenever you're making a claim or a promise, you want proof to back it up as soon as possible. All right, you want proof to back it up as soon as humanly possible. Because we live in a world where everyone is making promises, everyone is making claims, but not everyone is fulfilling on that. So you need proof. All right, in 2023 and 2024, you need proof to back up all of your claims. All right, proof is king. All right, so notice how we have this exact proof to back up our claims here. That's what you want. All right, and then so you get them in the DMs, like what do you do next? All right, so you have this call to action, you get people to DM you. Like what do you do next to actually book calls? So here's the process. Let me zoom in on this. So 4 big steps that we'll do to book calls and DMs. Number 1 is creating a gap. So a gap is just the absolute necessity to make any sale take place. Or there's no sale that takes place without a gap. So all this is like they're here right now and they want to be, over here. over here. So basically, like fitness example, let's say they're 300 pounds and they want to be 200 pounds. That's a 100-pound gap. It's very clear, it's very concrete. They're here and they want to be over here. All right, this can be used for any offer, any niche. All right, if someone's in debt and they want to be out of debt, someone is single and they want to find a relationship, whatever offer you have, there's always a gap present. There's always where they are in this gap between where they are and where they want to be. So you must establish this. So you can establish by asking them a simple question. Hey, mind telling me a bit about your goals and situation? Something simple like that. Make sure you create this gap. You do this by asking questions. That's it, a simple question. All right, once this gap is present, this can take one question, could take two, maybe three max. Really shouldn't be too much though. But you have this clear gap. Once you know this, you want to give them confidence. So give them confidence that you can help them. So this can be a simple statement. It can be, oh, I can absolutely help you with this. Or it could be, oh, I just helped so-and-so do this exact thing, get this exact outcome. Any way that you can just portray and transfer conviction to them that, hey, I can help you solve this problem, absolutely. They just told you exactly where they want to be and where they are. All right, so now we kind of give them confidence. All right, you're at the doctor's office. You want the doctor to say, oh, yeah, we can fix this. We just need to give you this, this, and this. All right, give them confidence. Once you give them confidence, you can immediately ask them to book a call with you. So ask them something simple. Hey, are you open to chat tomorrow? You send your calendar link. Cool. Then an essential thing right here. Most people don't do this. They lose so much money not doing this is follow up. You must follow up. Like follow up like crazy. Like you must be extreme with this. If you want really good results, be super extreme with your follow up. Like don't just send one follow message. Hey, just bumping this up, or hey, just follow. Like don't send that. Follow up. Like my follow up is literally 7 times minimum. If they have a positive reply and we get like this step in the sequence, I'm following up minimum of 7 times. Minimum. And that probably sounds extreme. But hey, if you want extreme results, you have to do extreme action. All right. They've gone all the way up to this point. They literally explicitly told you they have this goal. They explicitly told you this. They're reaching out to you because they want your help for a reason. People just get busy. They forget to reply or take action, or they procrastinate. They literally know they need to do something, but they just don't take action. They procrastinate. It's like, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow, or once I get off work, I'll schedule it. But things come up. All right, so if you truly have a life-changing service, life-changing program, coaching program, it is your obligation to follow up. If you don't, you're letting them suffer, first of all, and you're losing a lot of money yourself. That's the facts of the reality. All right, people just go, oh, I don't want to be pushy, or I don't want to be annoying. Like, that's just a limiting belief. You literally have a limiting belief if you don't follow up like crazy. That is it. Like, that is the difference between you and someone who's making way more money than you. They don't have this limiting belief of, oh, follow up is annoying. That's the facts. That is the facts. So please follow up. That's number 2. The number 3. All right, we're going to scale the system. All right, so now we're creating content. It's going viral, or at least relatively viral. We're driving some inbound leads and we're booking calls. But we want to scale the system. All right, how do we book 264 calls in a month? You can't just do this like organically. I mean, you can, but it's going to be quite hard or rare. So to scale this inbound client acquisition system, you simply need to do 2 things. You have 2 options. One, you can create more content, so just mass volume. If you're doing this 2 times a week, go to 5 times a week. Literally just do more volumes, do more reps. Pro tip here, like I mentioned before, you want to reuse your winners. So if you see like for example, right here, this picture, it went viral. So I'm using this over and over again. You can also use the exact same piece of content if you wait like at least 3 months or so. You can literally just copy and paste it and use it again. All right, the market already validated. The market loves it. So literally just put it back out there. Put it back into the universe. Like most people don't do this. They have a viral piece of content and they just like let it die. All right, it only lasts like a few days, all right, to drive traffic, then it's dead. So you might as well reuse it. You already put in all this work to create it, so please, please, please reuse it, or at least take inspiration from it. All right, that's the first thing. The second thing is amplify your content. So this is huge. This is actually like one of the biggest portions here. So these things were amplified, all of these threads. So you can do like paid retweets or shares. So you pay people to retweet this content, to repost it, to share it. This can apply to basically every platform that there's some sharing function. All right. You can pay for this. All right, so you want to find other creators, other accounts that have your target avatar, your target market, right, that are following them. You want to pay those specific accounts to retweet your stuff. That's going to help boost this and get more eyeballs on it, more of the right eyeballs. That's the first thing you can do, or you can do it through their ads platform. On most platforms, you can just like boost it to get more reach, get more engagement. So that's the other thing that you can do here. That's how you scale this system. All right. And when you do this, I recommend you track as many things as possible. So track the content that's going viral, track the amount of inbound leads each of them are driving, and then track obviously how much you're spending on this stuff to make sure you're getting a clear and super clear return on investment. And this, I believe, I don't have the exact numbers, but I believe it was about 3 to 4K in spend that booked us 264 calls. So it was absurd, insane. And you can get that really dialed in. Definitely that's not typical. So that's not typical results, but it is freaking awesome. And even if you turn $1 into $2, of course that's worth it. So this is the system here. This is how I booked 264 sales calls in 1 month. If you want help booking more calls, driving more leads for your coaching business, go ahead and click the link below. You can book a chat with me to scale. I don't care if you do or don't, but hope this helps, and I will see you in the next one.